Greetings from the shadows! I'm the PokéMonarch and welcome back to Sealed Only Challenge Mode. I'm gonna make this intro short and sweet, saying that last week we did open up Duel Overload, and we got some pretty good cards out of it. We got our Vanity's Ruler, and a lot of other cool stuff. But today we're gonna be opening up half of a booster box. You'll see what that is in just a moment. I'll see you there. So, last week we opened up Duel Overload. We got a Herald of the Arclight and we got a Vanity's Ruler. This week, we're actually opening up Hidden Summoners. We have 12 packs. This set us back $38. So, we're going to save $2 into the YGOHSA from this week, bringing us up to, I believe, $20 even. So, that's pretty cool. In this, we are basically looking for Manju of the, I think it's Manju of the 10,000 Hands or Manju of the 1,000 Hands or whatever. It's the card that searches out ritual stuff. So we're just going to start cracking into them and see what we get. Alright, and these packs come with 5 cards per pack, and they're all holographic. So we have Refusion, we have Mayakashi Metamorphosis, Prank Kids Lampsies, Prank Kids Rocket Ride, and Nephthys the Sacred Preserver. Alright. Next, we have Hand of Nephthys, Tsukagi the Poisonous Mayakashi, Ultra Polymerization, Awakening of Nephthys, and the Skeletal Mayakashi. Alright. Next pack. We have Prank Kids Dropsies, Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, Fansies, Awakening of Nephthys, and Prank Kids Rip Roaring Roster. Roster? It's actually Roaster, and I'm an idiot that can't read. First I thought it was Rooster. Anyway, we have Prank Kids Lampsies, we have Prank Kids Plan, Prank Kids Pranks, Defender of Nephthys, and Prank Kids Place. That's a pretty good pull. Actually, I'm going to put that in a sleeve real quick, because I think that's worth something. Next pack. Hopefully we get at least one Manju. We need it as our one main summon in the deck, basically. Chronicler of Nephthys, Shiranui Spirit Master. I haven't seen anything Shiranui yet, but we just got 2. And Mayakashi Synchro Monster. Next pack. Try not to destroy the cards in there. Alright, we have Rebirth of Nephthys, Fansies, Rocket Ride, Pandemonium, and another Mayakashi Synchro. Nephthys, Knight and Sorcerer, Poisonous Mayakashi, Last Hope of Nephthys, and another Mayakashi. Alright. Another Refusion, that's like our 3rd or 4th one. Skeletal Mayakashi, Chronicler of Nephthys, Preparation of Rites. That's actually really good for us too. That's really cool. And a secret rare gold sarcophagus. Nice. I forgot that the Preparation of Rites was in this set, but that's really good to know. I'm going to set that aside. It's going to be interesting for those hands where we only have like one or whatever of our Drytron monsters, or if we have the ones that are not as useful, so that we can like pop a Ben 10 or whatever. So we have Prank Kids Weather Washer, Pandemonium, Prank Kids Plan, Shiranui Spectral Sword, and the Graceful Mayakashi. I bet this is going to be just like in Hidden Arsenal 4 from our previous series, where we were trying to get Dracaeolo and we pulled a whole box and we were not able to get it. Knight and Sorcerer, Spectral Sword, Flash Fusion, Dropsies, and Graceful Mayakashi. Next we have Rebirth of Nephthys, Gozen Match, that's an interesting card, Rivalry of Warlords in the same pack, and another Preparation of Rites. Great, that's awesome. Alright, last pack for the week, $38 in. Let's see what we get. So, Sacred Phoenix and Nephthys, that's our first one of that. Ritual Foregone, Shiranui Samurai, Thunder Dragon. So unfortunately, we did not get a Manju, but that's fine. Nephthys the Sacred Preserver. Alright, so we did not get our Manju, but again, that's fine. We did get 2 Preparation of Rites. We pulled a Print Kids Plays, that's actually pretty neat. But let's go ahead and go into the lab, check out the deck, see what we can do to it, and I'll catch you in a little bit. So just a real quick update, all we're really doing is removing our 2 Asterism and our Honest for 2 Preparation of Rites and a Mystical Space Typhoon. We got the Mystical Space Typhoon last week in the Duel Overload opening, and we're just going to add it this week because it'd be nice to have some Spell and Trap removal. That's all we got right now, so let's go ahead and jump right into the duels. Number 1, we're going against Steel Gym Gaming. He goes first with his Harpy deck, bringing out his 2500 Synchro monster, and then he passes turn to us. So we activate Fafnir, adding Nova, using Nova to bring out our Alpha. We tribute our Alpha for our Delta, and we reveal the Ritual spell to get Vanity's Ruler. We're able to use Ben 10 to bring out Zeta, and then we don't add anything to our hand, I believe. But we bring out Unicorn, we return his monster. We end up going into our Herald of Ultimateness, and then we attack in, dealing damage down to 3,800 for our opponent. He activates Harpy's Hunting Ground, summons out his Harpy Girl, or Harpy Dancer, I mean, and then goes into Cyber Harpy Lady, popping our field spell as well. So it's our turn. We use Alpha to get rid of Herald, and then we use Meteonis. We get rid of Alpha to bring out Zeta, we bring out Delta, drawing a card. And then we go into Quadrantis, attack over his monster, and attack for game. Duel number 2 of match 1, he goes into Cyber Harpy Lady, sets a card face down, and passes turn. So we activate Fafnir, add Nova again. We use Nova to bring out Gamma. We use Cyber Emergency to bring another Drytron to our hand. And then he Effect Veilers our monster. And then we go into our Quadrantids again, and he uses Called by the Grave. So we just bring out the Gamma, then we grab the Meteonis back, we add Beta, we send our Alpha back, we tribute for Vanity's Ruler, and attack for some pretty decent damage. Our opponent's turn, and he forfeits. So thank you for the duel, Steel Gym Gaming, and I'll have your link in the description down below. Everyone that duels me that has a YouTube channel, their link will be in the description down below. So let's move on to match 2 and see how we did. Match number 2, we're going against Bienas, and he's using his Legendary Hero deck, I believe. So he brings out Shadow Mist, and he hits over our Link Karibo. But we, of course, make his monsters attack 0. He sets 4 and passes turn. From there, we summon out Alpha using Ben 10. Ben 10 adds Eva. And then we go into the Quadrantids, go into the Levianeer. He uses Fogblade to negate it. We go into Phoenix to get rid of another back row, and he wings his monster. We attack over his monster, but he uses Fogblade on our Ritual monster. We tribute both for Vanity's Ruler and pass turn. So he sets a card face down and passes turn. We draw into Nova, activating it to special summon Gamma. We tribute Gamma for the Alpha to add a Ritual to our hand. Then we go into Gamma with Alpha, and we summon out our 4K Beefy Boy. From there, we attack directly for 4K, and pass turn. So it's our opponent's turn, and he just surrenders because he can't really do anything without special summoning. Let's go into Duel 2 of Match 2. Duel 2 of Match 2, Armageddonite comes out, sending the Ragged Gloves, which sends the Ancient Cloak. He sets 3 and passes turn. Our turn. We go into Fafnir, then Nova, summoning out Alpha, summoning out a monster. Just the same thing. These combos are actually really cool, and it's really awesome how much recursion this deck has, I feel. But again, go check out Bienas. His link is in the description down below. He's a really good YouTuber. He's got an awesome sealed only. It's the Playmaker journey, so he's basically making a Cyberse deck, and it's really awesome. Cyberse Code Talkers. But from here, we bring out Gamma, which brings out Zeta. We go into Access Code Talker, and he Fog Blades our Access Code Talker. We tribute both for Vanity's Ruler, and he surrenders at that point. So that's 2 wins under our belt. Let's go ahead and go into match number 3. Match number 3, we're going against Rainnite Gaming. He goes first and uses all of his Toon cards, goes into Toon Kingdom, Page Flip, brings out the Blue Eyes, and passes turn. Our turn. We go into our Cyber Emergency, we activate Fafnir, activate Nova, or no, we don't activate Nova yet. We go into Alpha, which after that we go into Zeta. We activate Nova, bring out Gamma, go into Link Karibo, and he actually ends up Nibiruing us, giving us a humongous token, which we use to go into Nightmare Phoenix, and we attack over his monster. His Toon Kingdom was saved by, I think it was Toon Page Flip, but he uses Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, and I Bottomless Trap Hole the monsters. He Toon Bookmarks and ends his turn. From here, we go Alpha, we go Zeta, we go Gamma, we use our Midionis, we go into our Herald, and we go in for 6k damage. Now it's our opponent's turn. Uses Terraforming. He uses the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Kaiju's over our monster. And then Comic hands us. From there we can bring out 2 monsters. And we use Alpha. And we Preparation of Rites. I always want to say pre-preparation, but that's a different card. Then we bring out Ultimateness. We go into our 4K beefy boy, and we make our monsters bigger. Make my monsters grow! And we attack over his monster. It can't be destroyed because it's considered a Toon monster, so he takes control of our monster, but we're able to get rid of the continuous spell, not continuous spell, the equip spells because of our monster's effect, and he just forfeits from there. Let's go into game number 2. In game number 2 of match 3, we go first. And he uses, or we use Fafnir, we use Nova, and we end up bringing out Alpha and all that stuff. From there, we just end up on a Vanity's Ruler. He uses Toon Table of Contents, adds Page Flip, goes into the Desires, Toon Bookmark, sets a card, passes turn. Our turn, we go into Zeta, go into Ben 10. Chaos Dragon comes out, but he negates it. 2500, 1800, set 1, pass turn. So now it's our opponent's turn, and they get their freaking Toon Kingdom. Rainnite is going to Comic hand us, and from there, there's like basically nothing we can do. We just end our turn, and yep. He goes into Gamma Seal and the other one. We
Bottomless Trout Pool then. He goes into Eater of Millions. Monster Reborns his Cyber Dragon. Attacks for 2,800. And he passes turn. So from there, we're able to go with the go with like one Drytron play, and then he uses Calming Hand, and we just forfeit from there. Alright guys, this is it. Can we beat Rainnite Gaming? Let's find out. He summons out Eater of Millions, sets 2 and passes. We go into Terraforming, activate Fafnir, and it gets Cosmic Cyclone. So we aren't able to add a card. He uses Metaverse to bring out the Toon Kingdom. We go into Gamma, go into Delta, and our time limit was up. I was actually on my break at work, and I was called back downstairs because I had a customer and I was the only one around. But yeah, unfortunately I was trying to take my break and didn't realize that we were gonna have a customer show up because it was so slow that day. But yeah, I'm gonna that's his win. So thanks for the duel, Rainnite. It was a lot of fun, but I look forward to beating you next time because I have a feeling that our deck is getting pretty competitive over here. Not to say yours isn't. Your tunes are freaking amazing. For match number 4, it's the return of Melffy Rabby, the person that beat me first in the end of my previous series. Let's see if we can even the odds here. He goes into Melffy, I don't know the name of the Xyz monster, Joyous Melffys, and from there, on our turn, he activates the effect of his monster to bring out 3 monsters that are in the graveyard. So he pops one of our monsters. We go into activate Meteona's Drytron. He brings out the Arclights, and then the effect is activated again to destroy Ben 10. So we activate Meteonis, which gets negated. We use Preparation. We use Meteonis, and we bring out Eda 10, going into Vanity's Ruler and attacking over his defense position monster. His turn, sets a card, passes. Our turn, we go into our Alpha, we add Ultimateness, we go into Eda 10, attack, or no, not attack, we activate Meteonis again, bring out Ben 10, Gamma, and Ben 10 activates, adding Eva. So then we Meteonis, or add Meteonis, we go into Unicorn, get rid of their monster, and access code is at 5,300. We attack our opponent down to 200 life. Melffy's turn, brings out Kit, attacks into our access code talker just to go out on their own accord. So in duel number 2 against Melffy, Kit goes to the graveyard, basically just summons out a bunch of monsters, goes into Karas, goes into Frigid, goes into Kit, summons out the I forget what, the Ancient Warriors monster, goes into another Tri-Brigade monster, the Link 4, brings out Melffy Puppy, and now it's our turn. We use Alpha to go into Delta, and we drew a card. So we Nova, going into Zeta, Alpha pops Zeta, and then he gets rid of our monster. We go into Zeta again and pass turn. Puppy comes out, going into an Xyz monster, going into Downward Magician, and then Zeus. So we Fafnir, adding Meteonis, we go into Alpha, use Zeta, use Ben 10 to bring the Vanity's Ruler, going into Ben 10, and then Gamma comes out, Zeta, we go into Unicorn to get rid of Zeus, and Melffy pops the field because Zeus was going to leave the field anyway. Melffy draws a card, sets it face down, and it's our turn. We set a card face down, and it's Melffy's turn. they go into Joyous Melffys, and we Solemn Warning that. Now it is our turn, and luckily we draw into a Cyber Emergency. This deck has a lot of ways to getting to a Drytron monster, whether that be Nova, Cyber Emergency, actually getting a Drytron in your hand. Just what you're looking for mostly is getting Zeta and Alpha in your hand or on the field in order to start off your combos and get them going. So we have a 4K Beefy Boy on the field along with a Drytron monster and a set Speller Trap. So from there, we just attack for even game. Thank you, Melffy Rabby, for dueling me. I had a lot of fun dueling you. In duel number 5, we're going against Ecorion, our rival from Building on a Budget, but this time he's not a hero, he's an Altergeist. That's right, he's playing Invoked Altergeist, which is a very interesting combination. He brings out his water guy, has the Meltdown on the field, and a face down. So we activate Fafnir, add Nova, summon out Zeta, go into Link Kuriboh, activate Zeta, bring the Medionis, activate it to bring out Ida10, and then we're able to add the Medionis back. We go into Unicorn, discarding the Medionis, and the card gets sent back to the deck, so we end our turn from there. Now it's Ecorion's turn. Summoning out Invoker, we effect Veiler it, and he sets a card face down, passes turn. We MST the face down, its manifestation, bringing his monster to the field, and then just basically summoning out an Altergeist, Multi-Faker, I believe. So now it's our turn. No, now it's his turn. So bringing out Marionetter, we have no cards on the field except for the Fafnir, which isn't going to do anything for us. And he just attacks into us for a pretty good amount of damage, super polying. And attacking into us, we're left with 600 life points. What can we possibly do? We end our turn. So from there, Ecorion's just going to completely blow us away with a 2200 attack. Next duel, we go first. So we bring out Alpha. We use Ben 10 to bring the Vanity's Ruler. We bring out Nova, bringing out a Zeta. We pop the Zeta for Delta. We draw a card. It's Effect Veiler. We bring out Zeta. We summon out our Vanity's Ruler, and he imperms it. Then he's able to bring out Multi-Faker and another monster. Now it is his turn. He uses Soliloquides or whatever. And sets a monster past his turn. We actually Effect Veilered the Soliloquides, or however you pronounce that card. We Cyber Emergency. I believe he also said that setting that card face down was a mistake. But from there, we Medionis Drytron. We Chaos Dragon Levianeer. We attack over his 2 monsters and hit him for 3k damage. And I just realized that you can't see the life points, so let me kind of fix that. My bad. Don't want to go back and edit that out. But, so from here, we hit for 3k, and we win that one. So let's go into game number 3. It's neck and neck here, and Ecorion goes first. So he activates Magical Meltdown, adds Alistair, summons Alistair, and we imperm that. From there, he sets a card face down, passes turn. And we Delta our Herald. We Beta our other card. He Super Polys into Makaba. We bring out Link Kuriboh, set a card face down, and pass turn. So Multi-Faker comes out, attacking into Link Kuriboh, which we make its attack 0. And it's our turn. We pop our Zeta for our Delta, and he ends up Makabaing us. Now it's his turn. Brings out Marionetter, setting a card face down, attacking into us for almost lethal damage. We have 200 life points left. What are we gonna do? We activate our, I believe, Zeta. We go into Beta. We go into Gamma. We go into Zeta. We add Midionis. We go into our big old beefy monster guy. We attack over his monster. We attack over his Makaba. Set a card and pass turn. So he kaijus our monster. Summons out Marionetta. Goes into Hexia, which we bottomless. And it's now our turn. So we go into Gamma. And he starts going into these chains with all these trap cards. Then we proceed to summon out, we summon out the Zeta with the Gamma. We use Alpha to add Ben 10. We use Delta on Ben 10. We add Vanity's Ruler. We go into our 4K Beefy Boy and attack over his monster. Down to 500 life. We negate his monster effect. And unfortunately, the card goes back to his hand. And we lose because we ran out of time again. It's so stupid how I keep forgetting to not put time on. But it's iffy, because sometimes I put the time on when I'm dueling someone online that I don't know, because I don't want to just be sitting there and waiting for them to do their combos for like 3 hours. But with Ecorion, I shouldn't have left it on. That was my bad. I was using the timer in testing and asked him for a duel. And unfortunately, it worked against us. So, yeah, we could have summoned out the Vanity's Ruler. Then he wouldn't have been able to special out anything. And I want to kind of see if I can view what his next card was. Oh, I can't because the replay is over. But anyway, those are the duels for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed them. We lost twice, so it's over. We won 3 times, though, so that's actually pretty good. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.